What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear here with Biddy and Zanryn for the after show.
Oh. Oh.
There be dragons.
There be dragons in this dungeons.
Minor panic. Minor panic. Just minor. It's not major. It's definitely not major.
It's just an amethyst dragon. You know, the good thing about them is that they're usually not. I don't want to say they're not fighters, but they would prefer not to fight. So,
Yeah, this one's taking a nice little snooze right now.
Yeah,
Yo,
with me and Jacob being able to speak Draconic, maybe we can get to its level.
I mean, who knows? Maybe I can psychically whisper to it too.
You do have multiple avenues.
Yeah, we got choices. We got options.
Mm.
Having said that,
Indeed.
I am terrible at fucking every roll I make, apparently. So, I don't
got
think...
a couple nat 20s today.
Yeah, you know, I also lost and gained a new kind of arm, which in the end I guess worked out. But like, wow,
Toff will always get you in trouble.
Yeah, none of this would have happened if Toff had just not played with the soil.
Toff will always end up getting you in trouble in the end. But hey, that's what it's there for. That's our little catalyst, our little bunny catalyst.
Can amethyst dragons use telekinesis?
Absolutely.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
But before all the amethyst fun began, it was you guys trying to discover the principles of that crystal that you discovered, and quickly finding out it both manipulated gravity and had some sort of timing mechanic incoming that got to set the tension right off at the very beginning of this thing. Zanryn doing epic things, manipulating, because you always seems to be the pair, the 20 and the 1 together. It usually doesn't happen with just one.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the aura of the hammer from now on is going to slowly start shifting that to be a slightly more advantageous meta, but who knows?
I can only wish.
Hey, you did dope shit. You were able to move it out after we got to have some comic scenes with it flipping Toff around and you and gravity controlling. And now we're starting to figure out, we're starting to get pieces of the story here.
Yeah. Biddy's 20 that she got whenever she like saved, was it wisdom saving throw?
Uncanny that you continue now. And I'll be honest, with 2 20s, from now on in this psychic situation, I will have you rolling with advantage for sure.
My Lord.
Because now it is like you were connected somehow in this journey with Zanryn, and that's got to be reflected.
It's like a repeated twin thing or some nonsense at this point, man. It's getting
Maybe
silly.
it's because we're twins, and we just understand something.
Others just don't get it. They don't know.
Yeah, it's a twin thing. They wouldn't get it.
They speak their own language.
Oh, God,
They're talking about me.
if you teach him Simish, that'll be the end of us all.
Also known as Undercommon. We decided that it sounds like
I'm just gonna start recording myself backwards, just so makes me so happy.
No, it's so great. But yeah, no, it really worked out this session, like with what the two of them have both been through. And in recent sessions, those roles were good for that, for good story.
I do love the continuous dynamic of all of that. And the questions that will inevitably unfold from a bunch of different moments there.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing as well is there's like, it's almost I don't know how best to describe it other than of the two characters, when you compare the powers of the whole group, I think there is the most similarity at baseline between Biddy and Zanryn. Not truly spellcasters, but also with that layer of magic between it, which is very sort of alternative and different, you know? Like, very much to do with mind and soul and all that stuff, but it's not the kind of stuff that you'd see from Brom or Nelson, where it's got some kind of, like, divine nonsense behind it, or it's got,
They've been touched,
you know, Nelson's continuous stuff. Yeah, you know.
Divine nonsense. You're glad you didn't say that around Brom, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Look, listen, man, I need my heals real bad.
Shit got
You know
real
what?
though.
I just realized you're still the only one that even knows she has a twin or had a twin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's the conversation we had back in Waterdeep on the first night was just between the two of us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Oh man. Dude, one of these
baby.
days we're gonna have that like moment. If one of us ever dies, it's gonna be fucking awful for the
Go
other
manifest that.
I'm not gonna manifest that.
Manifest
Yeah.
that.
We're gonna kill the boss together. It's gonna be great, you know.
You're like my twin away from my twin.
Yeah.
Much like manifesting the first bit of improv during during tonight's episode when I asked for a roll for a 3 or above.
And I just had to say it, man. I'll say it again. You Adam'd me. You said it and you manifested the Adam.
I was
just
like,
in the same way that you can only manifest the 20s out of mud when you ask for it. You need to invoke it.
He did. He invoked one here today again when I asked it for him. But I was like, your arm's starting to be corrupted from here to the elbow, about 10%. That sounds about right. That's how it ended up. All of a sudden, your arm turning into dark iron and putting the pieces together thanks to Nelson's new tome. That whatever these fire giants were doing here was creating this necrotic combination. So we can see whatever this fungus touches, it is changing.
Has to be said though, I'm so glad for the way it worked out, even if now there are weird finicky things going on. Because, yeah, strength has always been my downfall, and now occasionally, as long as it involves my left arm, getting to roll something with a 20 for strength instead of an 8 is literally game-changing.
It's really cool. I'm not gonna lie. What's gonna be the most fun is RPing all the time where we're piecing it together. Is this something that he can save with his left arm? Yes, this is.
Yes, it totally is. Or no, he's using his legs. This is a running thing. He still sucks at track.
You're gonna have to clarify which extremity you use now.
Mm-hmm. I would like to use my left arm only to lift the box. Just my left arm. Please do not make me use both.
You guys do such a good job as a group of continuing to RP through whatever else is going on and building that personality and the role play out of either picking on each other or talking to each other as the story moves forward. You convince the entire audience that, they're just going to pick up goods and sleep and we're going to hear them like, no, you guys don't understand. They keep things moving. Like at a very, very uptick pace. Now, I know that we're not going to get to the end of maybe said encounter, but like they're going to keep going. And it's fun to watch the audience as they're like, oh God, as you slowly work them up because you are always kind of pulling the veil on them just a little bit, which is I enjoy thoroughly because other groups, they're able to kind of predict what's going to happen. And they don't know what's going to happen with you guys. And their reactions are always stellar from it.
That makes me happy. I mean, yeah, we are genuinely surprised every time. Like, I didn't piece together that was a dragon until literally the end. Whenever we heard it in the beginning, like Biddy and Zanryn.
If I had played the sound bit at the beginning, you would have known immediately. So I had I'd be like
mimicking.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why is this crystal snoring? Okay, whatever. And then hearing it, I was like, oh, that's what we heard. We heard the dragon.
Oh no.
Oh,
It was at that moment she realized.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sound is gonna terrify me up until next Thursday, man.
That's okay. We can try to talk to it.
Yes.
After you kill all of its minions.
It's fine. They try to kill us first.
Yeah,
It's
they tried to
self-defense.
kill us first.
Well, I mean, if you saw Reginald.
What about it? Why are you
fair
judging people?
If you saw one of the crystal lurkers, though, or whatever they're called, like,
Yeah, I mean,
no one in the let's be honest, no one in the Underdark is winning a beauty contest here.
it's just true.
They started it.
Yeah.
Our little fellas were just lollygagging about, and they were like, enemies.
And it's a good point that you've also spotted that they are suffering from corruption themselves. That fungus is currently coursing through their domes. So things are awry inside this amethyst dragon lair as well. That's what you're going to have to find out when you guys push further in here. At least you know that if you get out of here, you have your crystals. But you could understand why Bill Shale wanted them. And has probably sent 5 or 6 different groups after them.
All of which are now dragon dung. I would bet.
Probably.
God.
If they were even smart enough to choose that direction, God knows they could be lost. They could be Ardanned. You don't know.
Yeah. Here's something else for a second. Not only was Ardan, who was the one in possession of this map, which led to the lair, not only was he stupid enough to try and steal from a dragon, but also it gets to that point where you sit there and you realize Ardan isn't just being stupid. He is completely disregarding anyone else who is in his group, anyone who's in vague proximity to him, because whilst I'm sure the Yawning Portal can totally deal with a troll or two, I don't know if it can deal with a dragon coming up the hole. You know?
If only he didn't fight me. It's fine. I would have been able to help.
Like,
But
When
he
is
was a
a-
little baby.
When is a rogue ever thought it couldn't stealth and go steal something?
Yeah, Zanryn. Maybe not stealing, but we'll
I mean,
sneaky.
look, listen, it's a very fair point. I in particular have had a pretty historically terrible record with sleight of hand. And the checks
You stole
involved
one
there.
newspaper and it went downhill from there.
I stole a single newspaper and thought I could conquer the world. From then on, nah.
You conquered some man's world at some point. Like, you were doing a lot.
Oh, enjoy the rest of the throbbing memes for the rest of the week over on our channel. You'll hear it 40 more times. But we got to let these folks go. They helped us out and went overtime for us. So thank you. We will see you all next week. Sweet dragon dreams.